Hi everyone, my name is Mike Lat7 and I want to say welcome to my channel. Now, we need to talk about what's going on. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. Why, for 4 years, the Democrats have been trying to get rid of Trump? Why? You're seeing it right now. Just look on the internet. Don't look at CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS. Don't look at them because it's bullshit. What's going on right now, and you might not know about it because most people don't look for news. I look for news. I look for things, and a lot of it is on YouTube. Did you know about the Great Reset? The central banks, the Western central banks, and all the central banks that control uh, countries, they don't need an army because they're controlling your money. You know, Trump is against that. Biden is for that. And guess what's gonna happen? They might give you a monthly wage. They're gonna move you to cities and lock you up. And then if you get on social media or something like that, because it's digital money, they could cut you off. Trump is trying to give back the power to the people, trying to get away from the central banks. He took control of the Federal Reserve. That's why the economy is doing well. He's trying to knock them out to get back to real money. And you can see online that a lot of, well, at least one I can think of, because I never watched CNN, MSNBC, uh, Hee Haw, CNN, ABC, NBC, CB. I never watched them for news because they're not really giving you the news. All they're doing is telling you shit. Right now they're saying that Joe Biden is the president elect. He's not because he's not. He's not. The Electoral College hasn't voted him in, so he's not. So they're, like you see on TV, the office of the president elect. There's no goddamn such thing. The media is lying to you. There's too many litigations. There's fraud. And Trump's team is proving that. And and almost if none of another states are certified. Look at what happened. I think it was in Georgia. You know, two two Republicans says, "Oh, you know what? We're not gonna certify it because there's too many fluctuations." That means like in some cases, right? 200%. There's twice as many people in that goddamn district or that goddamn state voted, right? What's going on with that? You know, Bush versus Gore, whatever the fuck his name is. They waited 37 days. And why can't we give this president the same amount of time? You follow me? It's all bullshit. And they're brainwashing you, you know, and telling you, oh my God, uh, Trump won. Not Trump, but Biden won. He didn't want shit. The fight is far from over. we got to stay behind our president. We got to, because he's the best thing that happened for the American people in generations. Believe me. Then you have to think about why they're doing this. Well, in my opinion, it's about the Great Reset. You already saw the prince or from goddamn England come out and say, "Oh, we have to look at a new world and all this." No, we don't need that new world. We don't need what they're dishing out. We don't need that. We need to get away from the central bank. We need to make our own money. Alex Jones has been saying this for years. The Federal Reserve isn't part of the government. It's privately owned. That means that there's a private concession of people that own the Federal Reserve. But Trump took that over. Trump has been fighting them for 4 years in every step of the way. They wanted a war. They wanted our people to die. Trump is stopping the endless war. He's bringing peace to the Middle East. Even though I think that I don't even know if I can say his name right, Ben Yahoo, I think he's betraying us because he already called Biden and said, "Hey, congratulations." What a dick. Anyway, so you gotta think about your freedoms. You gotta think about what's good for your children and your children's children. We're in a war right now. It's not uh, a military war. It's a war with these goddamn Democrats and their leftist minions. They're tearing down our cities. You know, they're tearing down our cities, ending businesses that have probably been, mom and pops there for a long time. They're destroying this country. I'm telling you, there's 80 million Americans that voted for Trump. Hispanics, Latinos, blacks, Asian, Korean, of all kinds. Trump has changed the Republican Party. You know, he's made it a diverse party. And we still got to get rid of those goddamn rhinos because they're in on the reset. You can see the reset happening all over. They're telling you what they're going to do. They're going to lock you up in your house. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. We're going to take care of you because you're fucking morons that you can't take care of yourselves. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're calling you. You got to wake the fuck up. If you don't stand against this, this is the last holdout. Sidney Powell, uh, Rudy Giuliani, he's gonna expose that. I am so disappointed in Tucker Carlson. I watch him every night on YouTube. You know, and I unsubscribe from Fox because of what he did with Sidney Powell. We called her time and time again, and she never showed us any proof. You dumb son of a bitch, Tucker Carlson. She's not gonna give you everything she got. She's not in court yet. You stupid son of a bitch. You already knew that. They forced you to say that, or you're just coming out. The real you is coming out. A legal affidavit is evidence because the person that's making it will be going to jail for 5 years for lying. It's a legal. It's not just like what happened to Jesus Christ. I can't even remember uh that guy that was put in the Supreme Court, Judge Kavanaugh. There you go, Judge Kavanaugh. Oh, he did this. He did that. Was there a legal affidavit that she signed? No, of course not, because it was all bullshit. We have to wake up to what's going on here. They're going to take us out of our suburban homes and throw us in massive cities and keep us there. Well, poor people right now say, well, fuck it. If I don't give a shit, if I'm going to get a check every month, I don't care. They could stick rods up my ass and I wouldn't give a shit. That's the problem. That's what the Democrats are banking on. I know I went off a little bit on the deep end, but it's all about the Great Reset. They wanted a war. Trump took that away from them. He he's bringing back home our troops because we're gonna need them here. Believe me. So all they got now is the China virus. Do you know that China is moving into a digital currency? They're saying, oh, that we're testing it and we're moving to a digital currency because in case the United States stops us, hashtag, from trading in US dollars. You don't see it. Look all over the world. People are tired of the shutdown. But you don't see it because you just come home, just like everybody does. I'm not talking bad about you. Come home, turn on the news. ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC. And then you take their word for what's going on. They have no right to say that Joe Biden is the president elect because he hasn't been elected. You understand what I'm saying? Too much litigation going on, and Trump is going to prevail. And we have to stand behind him because I believe 80 million people voted for him. How the hell are you going to tell me that Sleepy Joe got more votes than any other Democratic president in history? Shut the fuck up. It's bullshit. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that shit at all. Why you think President Trump, all right, spent $1 or $2 trillion on the military? Because we got to get ready because something's coming. All these Antifa, they're calling us racist. They're the racists. BLM, they're goddamn communists. All of them. They're trying to change our world. And see, all these little foot soldiers they got, they should look back at history because all these little armed foot soldiers they got, fucking around with the people. In Germany, they used them. And they were the first ones they got rid of. So all you stupid ass Antifa motherfuckers and BLM, you're the first ones that are gonna go because they don't need you no more. Look, this is the best president. President Trump is the best president in decades. I mean, if you don't see that, you've been living under a rock. You need to crawl up under that rock and see the truth. He's not a racist. Black people used to love him like 10 years ago. They made songs about him. And now Spike Lee, or I don't know what the fuck his name is, that dude from Law and Order, he makes a movie, a video with him getting shot. What the fuck? We need to get rid of that motherfucker. And then, you know, just because you're a goddamn movie star, don't mean nobody cares about what you think. Nobody really does. You understand what I'm saying? We don't go to the silver screen because we believe what you believe in your life. No. We go over there to see that fake person that you're not, that you're portraying. And so your popularity comes from you being fake. Nobody gives a shit about what Whoopi Goldberg thinks. She's an old bitch. She needs to go home, take care of her great grandchildren or grandchildren, and get the fuck out of our faces. The View is bullshit. And all these people, they're going to pay. You're going to see Trump is going to make all the media pay because that's election interference. You understand what I'm saying? We don't see it now. I got so frustrated in the last couple of months because, goddamn, Hillary Clinton is jail. Why isn't Hillary Clinton in jail? Why isn't Comey? Why isn't that other motherfucker in jail? Why aren't these people in jail? You know why? Because this is not about putting one or two or three people in jail. This is about bringing the whole democratic socialist movement that's infected our country, bringing it all down, even with the media. That's what this is about. Because people that say they're news and they're lying, they need to be investigated for election interference. That's why they're running scared. I mean, if you're not scared, if you're not lying, why not have an audit? They don't want an audit. You know, what the media's not telling you is that Biden's legal team are in court fighting the audit. So why are you fighting the audit? Why are we using uh and these people need to be prosecuted too. What that that you know that allow Dominion systems, uh, a foreign government, access to our elections. Everybody look a blind eye. Justice Department, everybody. Nobody's even thinking about it. Even Democrats were bitching about it, and nobody did nothing. Trump is bringing all that into the light. That's what he's doing. He's bringing all that into light. And what we need to do is go back to paper ballots. You got states like Pennsylvania changing in the last minute, changing the requirements for audits and this and that. Why? Why? If they don't have nothing to hide, why? They're goddamn cheats. All those motherfuckers, everybody. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be thousands of people that need to go to jail. Everybody that doesn't speak up about this fraud needs to go to jail. But that's gonna come with the second Trump term because he's gonna win. He's gonna win this shit, and then his will roll. He was setting it up, setting them up, pushing the central banks to up their plan for a new system, a digital system. And that digital system, even if they gave you money for free, they could cut you off if you say something on social media that they don't agree with. You ain't got no money. What are you gonna do? Put your finger up your ass? I guess. I don't know. Where did that come from? I don't know. The whole deal is when Trump takes us away from the Western Central Bank and we make our own money and pay them off whatever it is that we owe, it's gonna be a little hard. It's, but once we do that, you're gonna see the world's gonna see America shine, and then the world's gonna say, why do we have to live like this when America's doing so great? I mean, think about it. You know, I'm a nationalist. I'm a conservative. But we grow enough food here to feed ourselves 10 times over. If we make everything here, everybody's working. We don't need those goddamn motherfuckers. We don't need anybody in the world. They're the ones that need us. We don't need them. And we would be the greatest country on earth. We would. Why you think they're trying so hard to get rid of Trump and put this senile old motherfucker Biden in? Why? I mean, you gotta wake up and think about that shit. Anyway, it's just something to think about. Take care. God bless. Do good things and be blessed.